is like the coolest thing I did this year? Okay, I didn't do it. I sort of did it, but not completely, really, I did it. But these boxes that you see, I don't even know if you can see the boxes on the ground, but the boxes were built by my oldest son, Andrew, and reinforced by my husband, Brian. And Brian built this. It was my idea to go get a cattle panel. And there's 2 cattle panels here that we bought from Tractor Supply. He tied them together with some kind of wire, and we anchored them to the ground with some T-posts. And I have planted in here squash, 2 different types of squash. One's called kombucha squash. Those are the orange ones that you kind of see there. And honestly, I can't remember what the other one was. And I did have cucumbers in here, and my cucumbers died. I have no idea why they died. That makes me really upset. So I went and bought some plants, some cucumber plants, and planted them in here. And they're not doing all that great. But I also have watermelons. See the cute little watermelons? So when this gets a little bit bigger, as you'll see the size of it right now, when this gets a little bit bigger, I'm going to tie a nylon around it, and I'll make another video. That way it doesn't break. And there's this watermelon. I have one over here, and then the other, this is a sugar baby watermelon on the left. And then this one, I forgot what it is. Okay, my biggest problem with gardening is that I make signs for what I plant, and then I either lose them or like something happens to my signs, and I really try hard to label them, and I don't do that great of a job. Anyway, I forget what kind of watermelon this is, but it's growing all over the ground also, and I'm not making all of it climb up, just some of it. And there's plenty of room here for the watermelon to grow. Now, we're already at the end of July in Indiana, so I don't really know what's going to happen with those watermelon. Like I said, I don't have that great of luck with things. So I miraculously ended up on the other side. That's the other squash. I might have a sign. It might be buried somewhere. Okay, that one says kabocha squash, but I don't see another sign. So I have a cucumber plant. There's a cucumber plant there, but it's still kind of new. It's not making cucumbers yet. I found the sign. Okay, Waltham butternut squash. And that's what that is. And that's the kabocha squash. I'm probably totally saying that wrong, but I do know that it's also called a Japanese pumpkin. And it's supposed to be really, really good. So what I'm doing is, see this? This is a butternut squash. And so when it decides to be unruly, I just kind of gently bring it up through, there we go. I bring it up through the wires and sort of tuck it. And that's a way to encourage it. Oh, there's a cucumber. So that's from one of the newer plants. I also don't like cucumbers, but I like pickles. So I make pickles out of them. But the problem is if you don't plant enough cucumber plants, the pickling cucumber plants, you're not going to get enough harvest at one time to be able to make pickles. Ask me how I know. Because that's, oh, there's another one. Look, it's so much fun coming over here because I get to see all the stuff that grows. But anyway, that's the box, and I put it right on top of the ground, so there's definitely dirt underneath there too. But I love this. This is one of my favorite things.